An evening in the middle of March, all moored up and nowhere to go, next to the beautiful sound of a waterfall. It's not a waterfall, it's a really gammy looking weir, but all moored up and nowhere to go. But I don't care. We've got 17 litres of top quality home brew. Covid-19? Yeah, bring it on. This is what I call social isolation. Anyway, boys and girls, so all of you might be worried. Yeah, worrying times. But basic, easy mitigation of the risk. Wash your hands and keep the fuck away from everybody else. Actually, do you know what? You don't even need to do that. People have been told by Herr Johnson to stay away from pubs, cafes. Well, hang on a minute. They're not to stay away from Tesco's and Asda then? I don't get it. Because here's the thing, you are more at risk going to Tesco's or Asda than you are going to a permanently cleaned, not very well patronised pub. If you go to a pub and there's 500 people in a tiny little room, then fuck off somewhere else, right? But if you look through the window of a pub and there's no one in there, there's absolutely nothing wrong with going in and having a pint. If you're passing a cafe and there's nobody in there, there's no problem with going in and having a cup of tea or a bowl of soup. Here's the thing. Mitigate the risk. Wash your hands. Reduce the likelihood of contamination. It is simple. It's common sense. And the advice from Herr Johnson, basically, the guy's clueless muppet. Absolutely clueless muppet. Wherever possible, you can reduce the risks. Which is sort of what I'm doing here. But you know what? Tomorrow, I'm going to go and see a mate who runs a little bar down in the canal basin. And if there's not many people in there, it's going to be safer than going to Tesco's and buying a bottle of tonic water. Just think about that. Anyway, think about this. Oh! This is my Punk IPA clone. And I slightly overcarbed it when I put it in here. So it's had some head. And actually, you know what? I don't mind a little head. In fact, I quite like a little head. But I'll just show you how it's pouring. I really should have bought a narrower beer line and not perhaps have carbed it quite as much. But there we are. From the little keg. These are available from brewkegtap.co.uk. Johnny, I'm sure, will be very pleased to sell you some. And that Punk IPA clone, the recipe, freely available from Brewdog. Glass, not necessarily freely available from St Mars of the Desert. But this don't panic, folks. Together, regardless of having a clueless fuckwit as a Prime Minister, together we can get over this. It's just going to take a bit of time and a little bit of thinking twice and washing your hands. Be safe, boys and girls. Back soon.